Lounge quite a number of years ago. I must be honest, it's not what I thought it would look like. Yeah? There's a very traditional look about it. It's extremely small. But don't forget when it was built, the Premiership had just started, 1992-3 season, which meant there weren't as many players in the Premiership squads in those days as there are now. It also meant that visiting teams were welcome to come into this lounge after the match to socialise. They don't come in this room anymore, because the Premiership squads now are huger than ever. It's simply not safe for two sets of players and guests and friends to accommodate safely in the room after the match, because that's the only way out if there is an emergency. Yeah? And visiting teams, to be honest, after the game, they get showered, changed, get on the coach and drive off in the traffic. That's what they now do. And it's not because of social reasons they don't come in here. Players have best mates that play for rival clubs. Clubs in the Big Four as well, all right? And they forget about their friendships for 90 minutes when they're out there. Believe me, they do. Okay? All right? Now, don't forget, of course, as well, England games used to be played here. FA Cup semi-finals used to be played here. They're now played at the Wembley Stadium, the new one. This room used to be used for the interviews with the players in this room with the press. Okay? All right? Remember, every October, the Rugby League Grand Final is played here, Super League. Lots of celebrities would use this room, and they go through the door, entertain the crowd on the pitch before the match. Lots of celebrities use this room. Big Brother winners and Celebrity Get Me Out of Here winners don't get a chance. Right? Babies of the players are too small to sit inside the stadium. Qualified nannies look after the babies in the creche. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer no longer plays, but he does still use the creche. I'll leave it with you. You might want to come this end. You okay there? Now, I always find black and white photographs fascinating because they're more authentic than coloured ones, particularly if they're from years ago. I know who all the captains are since the Second World War. You probably know, if you're knowledgeable about the club, who they are too. I'm not going to name them all, but Johnny Kerry with the FA Cup win in 1948, going all the way along the top road to Bobby Charlton, returning this end to George Graham. George Graham was better known as an Arsenal player and manager, not a player that played for Manchester United in the mid-70s, because he did, yeah, he was captain here. Gary Neville, of course, the current captain at the very end. I'm going to mention Roger Byrne in the white shirt here, who we all know, of course, I told you before, whose life was lost at Munich at the age of 28, the captain of the Busby Babes. Okay. A lot of people attach themselves to the honours board straight away when they come in, and that's rightly so. This board, in theory, should be updated every year. This year was the first year in 3 years